Okay, I have another whiskey here while I'm still trying to cool down my apartment to the point where it's really nice at 70 Fahrenheit. It's still at 72 now, so it might take a whiskey or two to get it back down to 70. But here we are with a Shelter Point Single Malt Whiskey. Now, they used to call it Shelter Point Artisanal Single Malt, but now it just says Vancouver Island Single Malt Whiskey, Vancouver Island, coastal influence, no chill filtration, no added color, 46% ABV, 750 mils, product of Canada, Canadian single malt. What does it say on the back? I've probably read this to you many times. Shelter Point Single Malt Whiskey is a classic expression made in small batches using traditional methods. I've probably never had this batch before, so here we go. Double distillation, pure aquifer water, sitting on the coast of Vancouver Island. The spirit benefits from the unique influence of our geography, ocean, and terroir as it ages in different select casks. The whiskey shows a balanced marriage of fruits, caramel, etc., etc. World Spirits Competition, World Whiskies Awards. Please savor responsibly, handcrafted by Shelter Point Distillery. And it's kosher. Look at that. It's kosher. All right. Now, let me see where the little pull tab is. There it is. I found the pull tab. I didn't trim my nails this week, so I was able to just grasp the little pull tab, take the foil off, grab the cork. Oh, and it's a composite cork. I really preferred the glass stopper, but I guess glass stoppers are harder to come by now. Okay, this is bottled at 46% ABV. Now, the previous whiskeys I had could influence the taste of this. I get fruity. I get malty. This definitely smells like Shelter Point. There's that hint that's almost always there of Tootsie Roll chocolate. No mistaking this for anything but Shelter Point. This is a different batch. Does it say anything about what batch it is? No, it does not say. There's no age statement, but I have it from sources that it's about 7 years old. So this one, the contents of this bottle could have been distilled by Leon Webb. This could be Leon Webb juice. If I go by the timeline, 7 years, I think that's about when I met him. The first time at a Victoria Whiskey Festival. He had seen my videos, and I had never heard of him, but I had heard of Shelter Point because I've had Shelter Point since the inaugural batch. The inaugural release. Somewhere on my channel there is a video about the Shelter Point inaugural release whiskey. And it's 12 or almost 13 years since they started making whiskey. It smells nice. More recently, I've been tasting the 12-year-old and the 10-year-old and all kinds of other shelter points like the Evans Family Reserves and the oh, there are many. There's the Forbidden. There's Ripple Rock. There's the Montfort. Many great expressions of Shelter Point. I even had a Shelter Point Infinity bottle, but it was so good that I drank it all. Just as nice on the palate. Somewhat fruity, somewhat malty, a little bit spicy. Melons. Melons. I'm getting melons. Do that again. Okay, melons and citrus. Lemon peel, orange peel, citrus. Wow, a lot of citrus. It's going down towards citrus. Yeah, a lot of citrus, a lot of lemon, a lot of orange, and a hint of Tootsie Roll chocolate. Just a hint. Wow. It will be interesting to see what happens with this as the level goes down. Like I've had Shelter Point before, I've had a lot of Shelter Point before, but I've never had this much citrus in my Shelter Point. Very, very interesting. Did I say something about adding water? Maybe I'll do that. Let's see what adding a tiny little bit of water, well, a few drops. Ugh. Hiccup Central. But if I have hiccups, I have maybe one or two, and then that's it, they're done. Okay. Tootsie Roll chocolate on the nose. Maltiness on the nose. A hint of citrus, but not all that much. Whereas I was getting a lot on the palate when I added, before adding water. Okay, now I'm getting more citrus. Interesting. Let's sip of water. Try this again. Ah, velvety smooth mouthfeel. Legs. Water has taken away from the citrus, giving me a little more maltiness and a little more of the Tootsie Fruit chocolate note, but not that much. Not very much. A little bit more, but not very much. Malty on the nose now. Very malty on the nose. For a non-age stated Canadian single malt whiskey, this is pretty good. Yep. Bit malty and a bit Tootsie Fruit chocolate. Still a bit of lemon peel, orange peel. It'll do. It'll probably get better as the fill level gets lower. This I can predict. I will drink to your very good health.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.